Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. And thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. If you're new, be sure and follow on TikTok and YouTube so you can catch all of my different contents. And I'm trying to grow my collective on both, so it does help me the more you interact. If you like, follow, subscribe, comment. I really appreciate you guys doing all that. It does help push my channel out there to others as well so that they can get the messages. So it's been so awesome growing my collective this year, and I want to continue to do it next year and be able to just grow my spiritual community. So if you are new, I'm going to pull 2 of these oracle cards, and then I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. I did bring out some additional oracles that we can pull at the end for any additional messages. So we have Clean It Up and Building Blocks. So who else had Clean It Up? I think it was Gemini that had that. And then we have building blocks here. So I'm going to briefly skim over that one. 28 building blocks. Strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. Oh, I love that. You have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time to focus your needs to be on foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. I love that. Yeah, you definitely, want to build a strong foundation. If you don't build things on stability, then they can easily fall apart. That's why I always tell people it's good to have a strong foundation, even if it takes time to build. When you have that strong foundation, there's never 100% guarantee that things won't fall through. But when you build on a strong foundation, you're definitely ensured that it's going to be stronger than just kind of, if you're working on a project and you cut corners, it can easily fall apart. But if you use those building blocks and go by the book and do what you're supposed to do, then I feel like it's more of a stable beginning and things will work out better for you. And then we have Clean It Up here. So Clean It Up can be about like your thought process. It can be about habits. Maybe you're letting things distract you from building that solid foundation, or maybe you are in a negative thought pattern about building a solid foundation. Whatever that is for you, it's going to be different. But I feel like we need to clean up our thoughts and our habits right now. I think a lot of us do. It's been a big theme for the collective, but we'll definitely get into the tarot and find out more about what this is and what's going on for you, Aquarius. So I am an Aquarius moon, so I do resonate with Aquarius energy as well. Sometimes I resonate more with my sun or my rising, but sometimes I do go by my moon sign too. And I always, listen to different readings for all of my big 3, sun, moon, and rising. So I encourage you to do the same, whether it's my channel or somebody else's. Always look for your sun, moon, rising sign and listen to the readings for that, especially if one of them resonates, the others may as well, because you can get additional messages for yourself and working through energies, because your big 3 are very important. So we have 6 of Pentacles, King of Cups, 10 of Cups, love that, the Fool, 9 of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Sun card, the Devil, the Hermit, and the 4 of Wands is your overall outcome. On the bottom, we have the 3 of Cups. So, yeah, I really love this. So I feel like this is about building joy and happiness, whatever that is for you. So joy and happiness can be, are you trying to build a business? Is that what's going to bring you happiness? Are you trying to build yourself up in your career? Are you trying to build an education? Are you trying to build a relationship, a community? Whatever it is for you, it's going to be different for each of you. But I definitely feel like you are working towards joy, celebration, friendships, communities. This can be work groups, spiritual communities, friendships, whatever that may be, friend groups. But it's about, abundance and joy here is, I feel like, what we are building. But I feel like there's something standing in the way that we need to clean up. So we're going to get into the tarot to find out. So the situation here is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is about give and take. It is about like a gift. But it is also about equal give and take. You know, whatever you give out, you should also be receiving. It's about that equality in the give and take here. So it can also be about like being generous to others, you know, being very giving a gift here. So the blockage is the King of Cups. And this is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So it doesn't mean that there's an actual water sign blocking you. It could be, you know, if this was some type of job or something you're trying to build a relationship, maybe this is an unhealthy person in your life. It doesn't have to be. The energy of this card is the feminine, masculine. So it's not male, female. It's just energy. We all have masculine and feminine within us. But the water sign is emotions. It has to do with emotional balance, compassion, empathy. So I feel like what's blocking this equal give and take is emotional imbalance here. And it's kind of blocking this, you know, maybe you were giving too much here. We're going to get more into the tarot. So the cause of this emotional imbalance, we have this 10 of Cups here, which is like ultimate happiness. So I feel like you're calling in like wanting to build something stable, but if you're not emotionally balanced or it's not equal give and take on the emotions, then it's not going to be your 10 of Cups. I feel like that's what's important to you is being able to have that give and take and that emotional balance and being you know, emotionally intelligent and compassionate type of energy. And maybe you just weren't getting that in the past, you know, but that's what you want to build on. So yeah, because you know, that's what's ultimately going to bring you happiness, and I think you know that. And if you don't know that, I feel like that's what's coming to light here. So in the recent past, we have the Fool, which is taking a risk or you know, like a new beginning. So I feel like this is it could be a very emotional new beginning here. Whatever this Six of Pentacles was for you. So this can be about, you know, like a community. It can be about maybe this is about your community and, you know, giving, being more compassionate, being more giving here will bring you happiness. So, but either way, in the recent past, we have this new beginning, this leap of faith. So I feel like this is, you have started a new beginning or you have taken a leap of faith recently in the past, whatever that is for you. Or you've just opened yourself up to a new beginning. Maybe you haven't actually taken the risk yet, but you have opened yourself up to a new beginning. So in your subconscious, your higher self, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is all about perseverance and resilience. They call it like the wounded warrior. He has like this bandage on his head. But this is about like just pushing through obstacles and persevering through things. Like you're very near success here. And it's, you know, facing challenges and overcoming them for sure. And this could be, you know, with this King of Cups, or this could be just overcoming emotional challenges that you have gone through, whether that's like, you know, equal give and take. Maybe things haven't been balanced for you in the past, and that's leaving you, you know, this, you can't be fulfilled if you are giving and you're not receiving that loving energy back. You can't expect to be emotionally fulfilled doing that. So I feel like that's where you have kind of gone into this new beginning and you want to build kind, loving friendships, communities, relationships. And you have to build that on solid ground. You know, if it's not equal give and take, if you're doing all the giving, that's not a solid foundation. So I feel like you kind of need to clean up those relationships where you're over giving. Again, whether that's in, you know, a friend group or some type of community or a work group, you know, with coworkers. I feel you could always give more at work than what you're receiving, especially. But in the near future, we have some truth and clarity coming in here. We have a breakthrough. This Ace of Swords is all about some truth and clarity coming in here. Maybe some new ideas. maybe you're kind of being forced to face the truth. Maybe you finally kind of see the truth in this situation, because you have opened yourself up to something new. And you could be opening yourself up to a new, like I said, a new relationship, a new friendship, a new friend group, a new work group here. And you're kind of cleaning up those relationships that no longer serve you. And you're kind of getting a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of clarity on what it is that is equal give and take, what it is that is going to bring you that happiness. So your advice from Spirit here is the Sun card. This is my favorite card in the whole deck, but it's about you focusing on, excuse me, my throat keeps going in and out today. This is about you focusing on your joy, your happiness. Focus on your inner child here. You have this child on a horse here. What is going to make your inner child happy? What is going to give you confidence, that vitality, that zest back in your life? Give to yourself here. Find your joy, especially if you've been over giving emotionally in situations. I feel like you just need to give to yourself. Find your joy for a change. I just saw 11:11 on the timer, by the way. But I feel like you need to find your joy, and stop trying to make others happy, maybe. So in your environment, we have the Devil. And then, we had this clean it up card. So there's definitely some toxicity. Whether that it can be anything from as silly as a mindset, which isn't really silly because it can be very damaging. But this could be just negative people in your energy, or this could be, again, addictions, shopping, eating, drug addictions. It could be toxic cycles that you're dealing with, toxic people. But there is some toxicity in your environment. And I feel like that's where the clean it up comes from. And that could just be, the toxicity could be like a negative cycle, you repeating a cycle of overgiving and not taking care of yourself, giving too much to someone else, or others, or situation. Unhealthy attachments, basically, is what that is. The Devil is unhealthy, toxic energy. So this could be an unhealthy attachment, whether it's one person or several people. I feel like it's more several, because we have a lot of like community cards and joy cards here. So I feel like this could be like a friend group, or, like I said, a work group that you have. But it's definitely about like friendships and finding that joy. We have a lot of joy cards here too, like happiness, joy. Your hopes and fears, we have the Hermit. So I think you're hoping for some soul searching here. You're hoping for some answers, some self-reflection, and you're kind of seeking that truth and inner wisdom here, which is a very good thing. You always want to go within and try to find that inner wisdom. Maybe do some soul searching and ask yourself, are these relationships, are these attachments healthy? Are these habits healthy? You're going to know the answers to those. How do they make you feel? Are these, healthy situations that you're putting yourself in? The overall outcome is the Four of Wands, which is joy and celebration. So I definitely feel like you're moving through these energies, getting some clarity on what it is that brings you joy and happiness. And that's the overall outcome here. You're bringing that into fruition for yourself. And that was your advice from Spirit, was to focus on it. So yeah, we have this. I'm trying to figure out what this Six of Pentacles is. And I mean, like I said, it could, that's what's hard about general readings. It could just be different for each of you. But I definitely feel like you were overgiving and it was causing you burdens, but you're definitely moving through that. You just couldn't find that ultimate happiness if you're overgiving. That's not ever going to bring you happiness if it's not equal give and take. So, and like I said, it's going to be different for each of you because it's a general reading. So take it how it resonates. Where are you overgiving? You're going to know that with that soul searching. So what does Aquarius not see coming, Spirit? Always that one card that's got to fall on the floor. What does Aquarius not see coming here, Spirit? You got two of them on the floor. All right. So we'll grab this one first. Oh. Okay, so we have High Priestess, intuition, inner knowledge, Temperance, and the Magician. Wow, 3 major arcanas here. That's really awesome. So this is what you don't see coming. Like trusting your intuition, trusting yourself. You have those answers within that sacred knowledge. Temperance is all about balance. It's about working with the energies, kind of. It's about having patience and doing things in moderation as well. And then we have the Magician, which is all about action and manifestations. So that's really awesome energy there. So trusting your intuition and your inner wisdom, kind of balancing yourself out here and manifesting your desires. So just trust your intuition and be patient, because your manifestations are coming in here. Whatever it is that you did want, that you have been manifesting for yourself, this whatever this new beginning was that you were opening yourself up to, that is coming in for you. I love that for you. That's awesome, Aquarius. So what are the actions and advice for Aquarius? What do they need to focus on? We have the Moon, your intuition again, inner guidance. Lots of intuition and inner guidance. You had the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Moon here about your stability and your goals and your decisions. Yeah. So whatever decisions it is that you are making, whatever it is that's balancing you out, that you're cleaning up and building blocks from, like these building blocks, building something stable. I feel like, again, with this intuition, this inner knowledge, just trust your intuition, trust your inner knowing here. You're building this stable foundation. Like, this is, the Knight of Pentacles is a slower moving energy. He's not the fastest moving knight, but again, it's that stable beginning. It's loyal, it is committed, it's patient. So trust in your intuition, focus on this stable new beginning that it is that you want, and make decisions. Trust your intuition in these stable decisions that you're making for yourself. Whatever those decisions are for you that you are making, trust in that guidance, because you have to make the decisions. So ultimately, you're the one that has to live with those decisions. So just trust your intuition on those. I really love this, Aquarius. This is really, I don't know what this is for you guys, but this is really awesome energy. I mean, lots of joy and happiness with cleaning up these. This could be a habit. This could be people. It could be friend groups. Maybe you're just getting rid of friend groups, but whatever this was that wasn't like, equal give and take here. Taking steps. Action is key to getting where you need to go. You can't wait around. Take a step in any direction to get unstuck and find opportunities. Yeah, that's what this Two of Swords is, like a stalemate, stuck energy. You need to make decisions here to get yourself where it is you want to go. Connections. Build bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. Love that. Yeah, so maybe reach out to some other people, or just take those steps towards what this is. I love this. Celebrate. You're being asked to celebrate a recent accomplishment, no matter how big or small. Maybe that's just that step forward that you took, that Fool, that opening up to new beginnings. Celebrate that for yourself. But we also had that Joy card. The Sun here and the Four of Wands is all about joy. Celebrate yourself and realize that you deserve more than what you were putting up with. This not equal give and take, this emotional imbalance. You deserve more than that. Believe. You're being asked to fully believe in yourself and your dreams. It's time for that idea that's lived inside your heart to be brought into the world so others can benefit from it. Believe that you can bring it to life, and you will do exactly that. I love that. Maybe you're just building a new community for yourself here, and you're building it on solid foundation, and you just kind of need to clean up those bad habits of the not equal give and take. Again, it's going to resonate differently. So hopefully that could bring you some clarity, and you needed that message. I will see you guys next week. Bye.